This is a good cup of coffee. And this, not so much. Paris has a reputation for cafe culture, and so it comes as a surprise to many people when they get here, especially if they're used to specialty coffee, that coffee in Paris isn't always that good. So today we're gonna take you to 10 wonderful spots for coffee in Paris, 10 must-know coffee shops in Paris in 10 minutes. Can we do it? We'll see. We're gonna help you get that good coffee you're looking for. Let's kick it off with Noir, the place that I'm at right now. Noir is a roaster and a series of coffee shops all over Paris that have popped up like crazy over the last year. They're everywhere, and what's great about it is they are everywhere that good coffee is not, or has not been until now. They're popping up in the 16th, the 17th, the 8th, the 9th, 7th, all over the place. The 9th had some good coffee, but their cookies are good. Their lemon cake is very good. While you might find yourself waiting for a minute because they tend to only have one barista on at a time, so the lines can be a little bit long, they're stylish, they're cozy, and very, very worth sitting down and having a coffee with your best friend. Look at that, it's so nice. You're not thirsty? No? Oh, hey, while we're talking about good coffee, don't forget to grab my guide to Paris, which is loaded with good coffee, way more stuff that's even in this video, at parisinmypocket.com. It'll get you started. Go check it out. Two Doors Coffee is one of my favorite spots on the back half of Montmartre. The backside of Montmartre is probably my favorite part of the city. Maybe not the whole city, but definitely the hill itself. Two Doors is also, not only do they have really, really good coffee, a fun vibe, very chill, very cozy. Their cookies, especially if you get them fresh out of the oven, amazing. They have a huge selection of them. They've really focused on them. They're really good. Highly recommend it. If you happen to be on the hill, come just down to the back side of the hill. It'll be worth your time, I promise. So good. Dreamin Man is the place the baristas go to get their coffee on their day off. That's the way that we always put it, and it's really true. It's really good coffee. They delightfully made some Japanese specialties behind the scenes. Not locally roasted stuff, but that can be really nice. It just depends on what he has in-house for the day. It's really good. Very small, cozy. On a nice day, they'll be seating outside, but on a day like today, you're gonna have to try your luck. Hopefully you can sit down inside, and if not, you can always take it to go and walk around the corner. There's not a lot of good parks or anything around here, so hopefully you can sit inside. Fringe is one of my OG favorites. It's been here for, I think, as long as I've been back in Paris, to be honest. They were part of the original game that I organized around Paris, and they're lovely. If you're here for Fashion Week, you probably already know them because they're surrounded by pop-ups that, this is the spot to be for the showrooms, but they're known as well for their cinnamon bun, and especially their cardamom bun, which is very rare to find, and there might be something extra in the works right now. If you like saffron, can't guarantee it's gonna be here when you get here or not because it's not available yet, but it's in the works. He also always has a really nice high-end specialty coffee offering. If you would like to get something that's a little bit unique, special, you might not be able to get anywhere else. They'll usually have something right there ready for you. Be a little bit pricier, it'd be very, very worth it. It's fitting that we're doing a photo shoot here today as well because Fringe is run by Jeff, who's a photographer, and this is his career change from photography into coffee. However, you'll still see photography everywhere. There's a lot of really cool old cameras around, and they're always highlighting different photographers on the walls. So you never know what you're gonna get on the walls, but you do know what you're gonna get from the lights because they're always in the shape of delightful clouds. That pun was not intended, I hope. I didn't just lose some subscribers for that. Love the filter here, but love everything here. Richard, when he comes, always gets the flat white. They're good across the board. Delicious. And Amy got the hot chocolate. How's the hot chocolate, Amy?
10 out of 10.
Ooh, 10 out of 10. Anyways, Fringe, love these guys, love Jeff, love the team. Make sure to drop by and get a good coffee if you happen to be in the third. Actually has the spot. That's nice. And thanks to today's Patreon producer, Lisa Rose, and all my patrons for sending us out here. If you want to support my channel and all the research we do, finding all this delicious food, coffee, and more, head to patreon.com/Jay Swanson and support me directly there. It is the single best way to support my channel and makes a massive difference. So thanks to all my patrons, and cheers. Café Pigalle is a great little spot to come sit, work. The thing is, caveat, the snacks are really good. They do serve lomi, and I'm not here to knock anybody, but lomi, for my preference, is a little bit dark on the coffee side. They're good, they're really, really nice. I really like the people at Lomi. Just not usually my go-to, level of coffee darkness, let's say. But the food here is really good. The cookie I just had for the first time was kind of mind-blowing. It's actually definitely the top 10, maybe top 5 cookies in Paris. The cookie game has been revolutionized here entirely. And then the little cupcakes were also really, really tasty. So overall, great spot to sit, work, cozy. If you happen to be in the top of the 9th, bottom of the 18th, you're looking for a spot that's a little out of the touristy corridors. I love Pigalle. There's so much good food and so many things to enjoy here. Café Pigalle, not a bad spot to stop. And like I said, not a bad spot to get some work done either. One of my favorite features of Strada on the left bank is the windows. There's so much natural light in here. It's really foggy in here today. I don't know what's going on exactly with the windows, but the coffee here is really good. I really like the pain perdu. You saw this in the Rambuteau video on their right bank location, but their left bank location is my preferred one because the space is way nicer. If the pain perdu is looking a little bit intimidating, the French toast, you can actually get a half portion. You can ask them for a half portion, which is a really fun trick if you want a snack. A little bit cheaper, a little bit less, and still delicious. It's really good. It's definitely a coffee shop that's worth visiting, and you can work here. Although we're taking up a table that we're not supposed to with laptops, there is a whole row of tables that they usually do allow you to use with laptops. Their internet is fast, the staff are friendly, and again, it's just a really, really nice environment to sit, chill, and even just work on pen and paper. It's really good. If you find yourself up on the canal, there are actually a whole bunch of different varieties and options to choose from up here. I always highly recommend you spend time on Canal Saint-Martin, but just a block in or less, along here you'll find Radiodays, 10 Bells, Caoua. We even went to Steel recently, which is more than a block in, but you can find that. And a new one next to that we have to try, and I don't remember the name of, Lily something? I don't know. You can try it and let me know how you like it. All these spots have varying strengths. Radiodays, I'd say their filter is probably the best out of all of them, and their cookies are pretty good. 10 Bells has their own bakery, so their bread and those offerings are phenomenal, and Caoua has the best view of the canal. Make sure to go upstairs, sit on the corner, look outside, and watch the world pass you by. Phenomenal. Love this area. Still's a fun spot that actually this is my first time coming in here. I've wanted to come for a while. Lindsay and I were just around the corner for lunch and figured, why don't we just drop in? Obviously, a cycling store meeting specialty coffee. One of the things that I say, if you're not sure about good coffee, if you're walking by and you're like, oh, it looks kind of like they've got nice lighting or whatever. If you don't see any brewing methods for filtered coffee in particular, anybody can buy a really nice espresso machine. That doesn't mean that they know how to use it. And that's not a guarantee either necessarily if you see the equipment around, the accoutrement of making specialty coffee, but it's always nice to be surrounded by it, and it's usually a good sign that the person behind the bar probably actually knows something about coffee. But anyways, if you like biking and you like coffee, Still, you can come buy some, Rafa or something really nice. And they even had Patagonia in here.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
You can get nice and toasty warm in here, inside and out. Cayo Coffee might be the most adventurous location on the list, and the 13th, an arrondissement that a lot of people don't make it to, but has a lot of hidden gems. And not that far from Bibliothèque François Mitterrand, the really big National Library, and on line 14 is Cayo Coffee. Cayo Coffee, not only are they a roaster of tasty coffee, but they become a restaurant and a bar in the evening. So if you don't make it here in the morning, might be understandable, come here in the evening. They serve Pan Am beer, which is one of my favorite brewing companies here in town, another great restaurant up in the north of the city, and they just launched their own delicious wintry beer, a delicious brown ale. It's an espresso brown ale. You can get it in a can, take it home with you during the winter, okay? They're probably not gonna have this is not a summer beer, but they still have a bunch of delicious beers on tap and other drinks. It's a fun vibe. They're usually throwing a party of some sorts. So be sure to follow them on social media and grab a bag of coffee beans while you're here too. They weren't around when we made the previous roasters list. Go check out the coffee roaster video right now if you're that into coffee roasters and you wanna get a local roast, but these guys are definitely worth the venture if you make it this far south of the river. That's really good. You didn't think there'd be beer in this video, but I snuck it in. And that's it. Make sure to check out ParisInMyPocket.com for all our suggestions. Grab my guide to Paris. It is going to make your trip phenomenal. Guaranteed. You're gonna have a better time if you get my guide than if you don't. And I will see you bright and early for another one of these videos sometime soon. Huh, Coop? Oh, you're so good. And you're not even cold because you're wearing your stylish jacket.